All right, let's dive into the wild world of crypto. The market is in a weird spot right now. Prices are hitting record highs, yet investors are more nervous than ever. So, what's really going on?
Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high. That sounds great, right? But the mood is really tense. Behind the big numbers, there's a much more complicated story unfolding. Let's break it down.
So our focus is on three main players that are driving this rally: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana.
And the numbers are huge. Bitcoin is hovering around $116,000, with Ethereum and Solana also right near their peaks. These are major psychological levels. The big question is, will they hold?
So what's fueling this surge? Let's take a look at the drivers behind the boom.
Well, a massive factor is institutional money. Over $2 billion a week is flowing into Bitcoin ETFs. This isn't just retail hype anymore. This is Wall Street getting in on the action.
Veteran trader Peter Brandt even calls the Bitcoin ETF a hot rod that has a lot more road ahead. I mean, that's how strong the sentiment is right now.
It's really a perfect storm of good news. The Fed just cut interest rates, which adds more cash to the market. Tech upgrades are making Ethereum and Solana faster, and institutional demand is soaring. BlackRock's ETF saw a $1 billion inflow alone.
This whole situation is fueling some wild long-term predictions. Analyst Plan B, for example, is forecasting Bitcoin over $250,000 in 2026.
Okay, but it's not all smooth sailing. It's time for a dose of reality. There are some major risks and headwinds that we have to talk about.
The market is basically a tug-of-war. The bull case, low interest rates and big institutional money. And the bear case, sell the news, volatility, and the constant threat of new regulations. Just look at last week. Bitcoin hit a record high, the Fed cut rates, and prices jumped. Then, just 2 days later, a sharp drop erased the gains and liquidated $153 million in long positions. That's crypto volatility in action. So the key headwinds to watch are sudden Fed policy changes and regulatory crackdowns. Plus, the tech itself has issues. Ethereum's high gas fees and Solana's network stability are real concerns that could stall this rally. So how should an investor look at all this? Let's quickly break down how you can think about these different assets.
Think of it like this. Bitcoin is like digital gold, a long-term store of value. Ethereum is the tech ecosystem hub for things like DeFi, and Solana is the high-growth challenger. It's a bet on speed, which means higher potential returns, but also much higher risk.
The crypto market is a powerful new landscape. The opportunity is huge, but so is the risk. The only question left is, are you ready for the ride?